Hey, welcome to a video on Digital Diamond Baseball. And in this video, we're going to learn about the Boxscore Search tool. The Boxscore Search tool allows you to, you can basically view all of the box scores that have been generated from your replay so far. These are all the games, and so far I played just through the month of April. And when you click on these, you can view what happened. For example, here's a exclamation point next to this one. That tells you there was some kind of special event. If we scroll down to the bottom, we can see that the special event was a walk-off win for Chicago, for the Cubs, who walked off on the bottom of the ninth. But you can search this, you can filter this by a very complex and powerful search tool here. So for example, suppose I just wanted games, let's say I want just Cincinnati Red games. I can enter Cincinnati here and click on OK, and this shows me just games for Cincinnati that Cincinnati played in. It's a pretty simple one. What if I wanted to search where a batter had hit more than one home run? So the home runs was greater than one. Let's see if we can find that. And it's filtering through. Let's see if this worked. Home runs. Let's look at the extended box score and home runs. And sure enough, who would this be? Matt Williams hit two home runs in this game. So that worked. Let's try one more here. Toronto. Let's see who hit 2 home runs here. And that would be Martinez. So we've got a nice search here. That's pretty fun to do. Let's see if we can try a few other things. What about the game summary? Let's look for a game summary. I know that in an other video we'd added a custom note to the game summary, which was played with Status Pro. So let's just put Status Pro here. See if we can find that summary that we changed. So we'll hit OK, and it did not find it. And the reason it didn't is because I didn't put an I there. Status Pro is spelled with an I. And now when we run it, it looks and it finds that game summary where we had added that. And you can do other fun things like, let's see, maybe I want to see all game summaries that have a particular player's name. Swindell, there might only be one here, but let's try it. So we'll search and we'll say if the game summary has Swindell's name in it. We know there's at least one. So we'll do that search. And it turns out there's 2. This one here, where he's in the title, and this one where he's also in the title. So that worked pretty well. You can also search for actual scorecard notes. And we put one in before, and I'm going to do it differently here. If you want all of the notes instead of a note with specific text, you can enter all notes here. So let's do that. This will show me all notes. There's only one in this library so far. And there it is, right there. And let's find it right here. Okay, so that's handy as well. Let's see if we can't do a couple more. Let's try and search for games that have a game tag on it. These are interesting things like, let's find a back and forth game. That looks like fun. And we will search. Oops, didn't want to do that. Back and forth game. And then we'll say OK. And there's a bunch of back and forth games. Let's see if this makes sense. Toronto was up by 2, then they tied it up. Then they took the lead, then they tied it up, then they took the lead, then they tied it up, and then they won it at 10. So I would definitely call that a back and forth game, and it found that for us. All right, let's try something else here. Let's reset this. You can reset. And let's look for a game where, let's see, this is 1993. Why don't we look for a Dykstra, where Dykstra has more than 1 stolen base. I don't know if we'll get a hit on this, but let's try it. So greater than 1 stolen base for Dykstra. If I can spell his name right. Oh, we do have a game. And there he is. And stolen base greater than 1. He stole 2 on that inning. He stole when Morandini was up. And then he stole again when Hollins was up. And we found that with our handy Boxscore Search tool. There's lots of other things you can do. You can search on a pitcher, has a certain number of strikeouts or inning pitches, whatever. You could do special events in the park, home runs, no hitters, certain number of team errors, double plays, triple plays, stuff like that. You just come in here and experiment, and you can find a lot of fun games that you otherwise would have missed. Cheers.